Okay, welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a combination chart using your secondary axis. Secondary axis. By that I mean you're going to have one y-axis over here and one y-axis over here. In order to do this, you need to realize that your x-axis needs to be the same. For us, we're going to be using our kilowatt hours and our energy cost as our y-axis. And our start time is what we're going to be using as our horizontal x-axis. If you look over here, I have a pivot table pre-made and ready to go. We're going to click on this. Go to Pivot Table Builder. Bring this over here. And I want to show you something real quick. All right. When you're making your table, you want to realize that whatever you put in here is going to be on your x-axis. All right. So for us, we'll start by putting our start time, which will just give us a range, or not a range, but a set of all hours of the day. Then we're going to go to value kilowatt hours, put that in our values column, and take our energy cost and also put that in our values column. If you look over here, everything's set up, it's ready to go. Sometimes what happens is if I highlight up here and then I highlight the whole table down, my charts can get a little screwy. So the best thing, or maybe not the best thing for you, but the best thing for me has been to just take these values and highlight them and use them as the chart and just label everything manually. So we're going to go over to charts. For now, it doesn't necessarily matter, but you need to remember that you're going to choose the chart that best represents your data, whether that be a column or a line chart. But I'll show you something cool in a little bit, and what you can do with these two lines that they have graphed for you. You can actually change them. So if I wanted to, I could click on this set and turn them into columns and have that on the same chart. I'm not going to do that right now because we still need to get the secondary y-axis on there. So I'm going to press Control Z. That'll reset it for me. And we're going to click on the chart, go to the Format tab, Format Selection. Oh, whoops, we forgot one thing. When you do this, you need to click on the data that you want to format. So we clicked on this line down here. This line down here is our energy cost line. So we're going to format this, click Format Selection, Axis, Secondary Axis, and there you go. Everything's set up and ready to go. If you look over here, the range is 0 to 250. This is giving you your values in dollars. And if you look over here, this is 0 to 1600. This is giving you your values in kilowatt hours. For all intensive purposes, we're going to click on this, right click, select data, rename these series. All right, our first series is going to be our energy use in kilowatt hours. Energy use, kilowatt hours. There we go. Series 2 will be our energy cost. All right. Last but not least, I'm going to take this chart, put it over here right next to my pivot table, because when you're working in Excel, it's important to be organized, and you want to have everything laid out in a way that you're able to see everything that you need to see at once. Okay. chart layout, axis titles, primary vertical axis title, which will be the axis over here to the left. We will label this as our kilowatt hours. Adjust this. And then we will go to axis titles, secondary axis title, and mark that cost in dollars. So after all that is done, you might need to do a little bit of resizing of your graph so everything makes sense and you can see what you're working with. And this is how to make a combination chart using your secondary axis.